What's up, guys? It's Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. And if you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate your support. Guys, I want to touch up on a story I did, and shout out to Poochie for bringing this story to me, one of my subscribers. She know who she is. Shout out to you. And I did the story, what was it, last Friday, about Chris Doermans when the news broke. And Chris Doermans is the Ohio man that was out in Claremont County that I did a video on that got pretty good feedback. And he's the guy, ladies and gentlemen, that is being charged with murdering his 3 sons, ages 3, 4, and 7. Now, I got a video on it. I'll leave it at the pop-ups in case you guys want to go look at it from my perspective. But he was in court Friday in front of the judge, I guess for the second time. And it was some really messed up facts about what he did to these kids. And before I get into this, I'm gonna play a small excerpt of the court proceedings. But before I get into that, guys, I want you to listen to me real closely. Regardless of what this man did, this right here screams loss. And when I say loss, I'm just saying from a male standpoint. A lot of times, if you study some of this stuff where a man just snaps and wipes out his whole family, if it's a mental illness, it's understandable, because I mean that happens. But when it's not, like in this case, this man is not crazy, because he pled no guilty at his arraignment or whatever. He pled no guilty to all 3 charges. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video where it describes what he did, what happened in the house and outside the house, and why there were bodies all over it. Guys, you squeamish at heart, or it bothers you, this case bothers you, I give you a chance to turn away, but we're gonna start this video or mute it right now. It's real short. Check it out, and we're going to talk about this.
The paper record, thank you, the court needs to have some understanding of the facts. What we have here is the planned slaughter of 3 little boys, ages 7, 4, and 3. The first one shot was the 4-year-old, shot in the house 2 times, then sustained 2 bullet wounds to the head, causing his death. The second child shot was a 7-year-old who fled the residence, ran some 300 feet from the residence, and was gunned down from behind by the defendant. We then approached this little boy who was injured, incapacitated, alive, shot him in the head twice from close distance. There were powder burns on the boy's head. And then he went after the 3-year-old. There was a struggle with the mother. He ripped the child from the mother's arms and put a bullet in his head. At close range, powder burns on the 3-year-old boy's head.
Those are the facts of the case so far of what Chad Doermans did to his children. And I'm going to be honest, this guy is very morbid. Now, even though I condemn what he did, none of us can condemn his motive, because we don't know. But me taking a stab at it, and really looking at the situation, remember, there was another child in the house. The oldest child that ran and got help was the daughter of the wife of Chad Doermans. I'm sure the child wasn't his. I think it wasn't his. So she was excluded. Now, she ran out of the house while all of this chaos was ensuing. And I want you to hold on to that in your mental Rolodex while I get into this. Now, let's talk about what he did. Seriously, guys, let's really talk about this, because it takes this, like I said, this screams loss to me. Either some type of financial loss or loss of face for him as a man, where he feels as though he's not getting his fair shake, and he's being tested, and he doesn't have any respect. And respect is a big word in this, because a lot of times when guys feel as though they're not getting proper respect, stuff like this happens, or they feel like they're not getting a return on their investment of either through marriage or some type of favor from a woman. And ladies, I want you to pay attention to that, because this happens a lot of times. Look for signs. It's no getting out makes you a survivor, or, it doesn't make you a victim. I'd rather take a loss of somebody in my presence that doesn't like me, guys too, that can harm me from seeing signs, than see the signs and then say, you know what, I should have got out of here. That's the worst feeling. 3 babies are gone. This man wiped out his whole legacy of existence. He wiped his whole seed out. Now, let's get into this. First child was shot. These are the facts we know. The first child that was shot was the 4-year-old. Shot him in the house. Remember, the early news article said they were all lined up outside and shot. So something's off. First child was shot in the house. He was shot in the head twice. He was shot one time in the head. He was still alive. He was shot again. Take that. Figuring it, I don't want to, that's too graphic. I don't want to talk about that. But I mean, that's bad to shoot a child twice. That means the first time he wasn't dead. And I mean, just for the other children to witness their brother struggling after the first shot, it's messed up. The second child was the 7-year-old. Once he shot the 4-year-old, the 7-year-old, who was old enough to understand, took off outside. Fled 300 feet. Guys, if you looked at the police video that was in the description box, in fact, I'll put it in this one, of when he was arrested, there were bodies outside. When that kid took off and ran for all he was worth, Chad Doermans shot him from the porch. Of course, it said he was 300 feet out the house. That means he got a good distance. Because all that screaming and hollering, when he shot the kid, the other boy dipped off. He probably didn't catch it until later. And then he banged him from the porch because he shot him with a rifle. He shot this little, and this is the part that messed me up. He shot his son, this 7-year-old boy, in the yard. Because they got a big yard. Shot him in the yard. The boy was incapacitated, meaning the bullet did so much damage he couldn't move and he was stuck there. Walked up on him. Didn't run. Walked up on him. Just stalked him. Like an assassin. Walked right up on his own kid. His own seed. Walked right up on him. Shot him in the head twice. I don't know if he had a .22 rifle or what, but it's a lot of shooting in the head twice with him. Shot him in the head twice. They said the boy had powder burns on his head. What that means is he put the gun barrel about this far from his head when he pulled the trigger. Within a foot. But to have powder burns on his head, he put that gun close. He meant to kill these kids. Everybody had headshots. Now, this is the one that's really hard for me. Third child, a 3-year-old, the youngest, walks back in the house after killing this boy and leaving him on the lawn, making him stay where he lays. He goes in the house. Mother's holding the 3-year-old. Rips. They have a struggle. Remember, she got shot in the hand, so I guess he tried to shoot the kid. She put her hand in the way and hit the hand. Pulls the baby from his mother's arms. His wife pulls his son from his wife's arms, shoots the baby in the head one time. Close blank range in front of the wife. He too had powder burns on his head. Now, guys, the reason why I say this screams loss, whether it's financial, infidelity, or something else, is something she did to him that made him feel as though he had to snap and destroy these children that he has with her. Because I'm going to tell you something, a lot of times, and men, I want you to understand this too. A lot of times, when you deal with somebody that don't like you, they'll take it out on the children. I do all these child abuse stories on that. They don't like the woman. The woman don't like the man. And the man don't like the woman. Or the man want the woman but not her kid from a previous engagement, and then kill the kid. Children suffer for no reason. This man was sending a message to her. I don't know what it was, but it's either financial, either like something with child support or something. I mean, I'm just going through it. Leave me a comment at the end. Tell me you agree with me. Something like that, or something with infidelity, or maybe he questioned that the kids wasn't his because he found some old text messages, or he found something. It's something. It's something. I don't even know if these people was living together, but it said wife, so I presume they were in the same house. And the father spoke. I guess they was in the same house. But it screams loss, and it screams disrespect. Like he felt as though he wasn't respected. But either way, you don't kill your damn children, bro. You don't do that. Another reason why I think he went to send a message, and this was personal to her, he never killed her, and he never killed her daughter. He left them to witness his destruction. How many times we watch movies and the dude be like, yo, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill your family in front of you so you can witness and forever be haunted by that. This is that case. This is what happens. He wanted her to suffer. May these babies rest in peace, man. I know that her side of the family is messed up. But as details emerge, we'll get a clear understanding. But from my standpoint, and me looking at this, really looking at this, if you watch him in court, I'll leave the body cam footage, and I'll also leave the court thing with the link that I just showed you that snippet of. They'll both be in the description box. You guys can go check it out. Comment back, guys. I want to hear, I mean, most of you guys are my age. I want to hear, you know, what you think. He did plan this, and I think he planned this for a while. You know what I'm saying? And then he just had enough gumption to where something was the tipping point, and he was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. And he handled it. Because if you look at him, when they pulled up and got him, he sat and waited for the police. Just sat there. It was bodies all in the yard. He sat there. Just looking like it's nothing. It's like he took these children and wiped them off the earth like chalk off an erase board. And he sat there and waited for the cops to come and told the police when they arrested him, I won't fight you. I won't resist you. Just pick me up, put me in the car. Now he's claiming not guilty. Now, a lot of people on the outside are saying, hey, you know, why is he claiming not guilty? That's something defense lawyers always say, because there's a chance he could get off. Everybody knows he killed the kids. He's out there with the bodies. He got the gun next to him, but this is just something they do. And it's just the justice system's crazy. Everybody has a chance. You know, we all know you killed the people, but we're going to give you one chance. Say you did it or say you didn't, even though they know they did. That's another video. But guys, man, I mean, this is sad. I mean, I could never imagine killing my children. I mean, and they suffered. The baby suffered. Anyway, leave a comment, like I said. As always, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much, Poochie, for bringing this story. It went totally over my radar. You guys be good. Take care.